This is my first and only time I'm gonna do back to back on the weekend. And the only reason why I did it back to back because I wanted to catch up with what's going on in the world. But I hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. I will tell you this. First and foremost, like it was just so weird looking at not daylight savings. It's spring forward. Remember, it's like 1 minute it's like 1:59, and the next minute is 3 o'clock in the morning. Weird, right? So I hope you guys were able to ease into the spring forward just like I did. It was no big deal because I had no class, but my class tomorrow is not in the morning, it's at night. So I really don't have a problem, with waking up. But Tuesday is where the real true crap began. I just finished my test. I made an 85. I made all B's on all my things. It was just there's some questions where I looked at, I was like, I think one of the questions she had on there wasn't even like a certain amount of money or something like that. And I was like, what is that? I didn't bother. I was like, as long as I pass it, I'm good. So I mean, at this point, my grade should probably be a B average in her class. But anyway, hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. I want to give my thoughts on this. I know everybody has given their thoughts and what they have to say, but y'all know how I really feel about Mia. I already told y'all how I felt about Mia. I did a podcast about Mia, about her husband being her pimp. So we're gonna talk about this mess that started with Peter, and next thing you know, you over here talking about Peter and Wendy having sex with each other. I don't know why Mia think it's cute to go around talk about people having sexcapades. It's nobody's business who's having sex with who, but it's like Mia's bored with her life. Her husband is old, and she is dumb, and she does not know what to do with her life. So let's get this started. We're gonna start with the Peter drama first. Here we go. Okay. It says Peter Thomas, and yes, this happened like 2 weeks ago, facing criminal charges for allegedly choking a female at his bar one in Baltimore. The Baltimore bitches make you do that. Yeah, I had a run in with a Baltimore bitch. We'll tell that during the story time one day. I'm not gonna tell you now because we're pressed for time, honey. We're pressed for time. We done lost an hour, so we can't be late to our 7:45 class because it's really my 8 o'clock class. But we can't be late to my 8 o'clock class because I know I'm gonna be up before 8 p.m. But it's just I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna read what the neighborhood talk had to say. It says, Peter Thomas, he is currently facing a criminal charge from a woman who claimed he allegedly choked her up at his restaurant Bar One in Baltimore. Or like you people in Baltimore like to call it, Baltimore. The victim, Chanel Williams, yes, Chanel's a trouble, claimed she was in a restaurant with her friends and noticed Peter was allegedly pissy drunk, and made a comment about it. Not you pissy drunk in your own bar. You ain't supposed to do your own product, Pete. But once again, I will say anybody named that is Chanel or named after any designer, even Tiffany's, are problems. So I mean, Chanel issue with Chanel need to mind her own damn business. Okay. Peter apparently overheard the comment because they were in the same section and got in his feelings about it. Pete, we don't tell you about that. Chanel claimed Peter started grabbing her throat aggressively to the point she had to ask his staff to get him off of her. The victim was apparently distraught and embarrassed and taken aback by his alleged action. After doing some research, after Neighborhood Talk did some research, they learned that the victim is a niece of Tammy Rivera. That's a troubled ass woman. You don't tell me she looked like she a problem. Let me tell you something. It's something about Ms. Rivera I don't too much care for. I have not quite pinpointed what it is, but it's something about her energy I don't care for. I don't. So I don't know what the next slide's gonna show. I guess this is his case. This is his situation in Baltimore. So he's a Libra. So if I'm not mistaken, Libras are the type of people where they let stuff slide and then they blow up about it. Yeah. So he was probably minding his own business, and then this female came out of nowhere saying something, okay? Because y'all don't know how to mind your business. Mind your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. All right, he's a grown man being drunk. He can be drunk when he feel like it. His damn bar shit. For some strange reason, this all swirl this Gordon O ass. For some strange reason, this went from talking about what happened, and Tammy Rivera did come out and say something. I think nobody gives a damn what Tammy Rivera has to say. I'm tired of irrelevant ass women popping up out of nowhere. Nobody gives a damn, girl. Shut up. Um. So what's this? Yeah, this is a whole little circle, if you know what I mean. So somehow this ended up being about Mia wanted to call out. She wanted to make it seem like Peter was a chauvinist. And then for some reason, in the process of calling him a chauvinist, she felt the need to tell everybody that he slept with Wendy. Wendy Acefo. Wendy Acefo. Um, so let me see if I got that first. And I'm not talking about some of this stuff later. Um, so yeah. I might talk about the Silicon Valley shutdown. Let me see. Tyrese has been on my nerves lately too. I'm not one of those people who just attack women. I don't care for certain men too. So that's how I am. I want a taco. Well, he was found not guilty. Let's talk about that real quick. So after the incident, this is why I'm saying this little girl had no business bothering Peter. He's a grown ass man, and like I said, you Zers, y'all have a nerve to give your opinion. Nobody asked you for your opinion. It's stupid. So it says former Real Housewives star Peter Thomas found not guilty after being accused of assaulting a woman in Baltimore Bar One, which is his bar. He owns it. Real Housewives alum and ex-husband of Cynthia Bailey, Peter Thomas was found not guilty on Wednesday of drunkenly attacking a customer at the Bar One restaurant he co-owned in Baltimore. A jury acquitted Thomas, 62, of second-degree assault after deliberately deliberating for less than an hour. The Baltimore Banner reported. A jury. They did that in less than 3 days. Okay, cool, whatever. This man is 62 years old. He has led a stellar life, built a successful business, and I think the jury rendered the right verdict. Last March, 30-year-old Chanel Williams, yeah, okay, so she's not a Zier, but she's still annoying, testified she was at Bar One with two friends. So this was like a year ago when an intoxicated Peter Thomas approached and hugged her. Williams said Thomas walked away and later returned to curse her out for no apparent reason and then choked her. The restaurant owner reacted to the verdict on Instagram outside the courtroom Wednesday. Keep on coming for me, Thomas said, but I tell him that I am protected.
Hey, people. I just walked out of the courthouse where this whole thing, this mess that's on it's all over the blocks, right? So I just walked out of the courthouse and the verdict came back 12 out of 12 jewelry, not guilty. Keep on coming for me, but I tell them that I'm protected. Okay, they're trying to come for me in all kind of ways, but I'm protected. All right, I know what it is. Now when I don't talk to y'all because I think y'all on some BS, don't take it personal. Because it's stuff like this that makes me stronger. Okay, I'm protected. Have a good day. Don't take it personal.
So he was acquitted for that. I need pictures of bruises around your throat, boo. That's all I have to say. But like I said, you don't deal with girls who have like names like that. Chanel, Tiffany, Portia. Yeah, don't deal with people like that. They're weird. Okay. So for some strange reason, Mia's dumbass. Um, she's dumb. She brought up something dealing with Pete.
It's interesting to me that is.
See, okay.
Somebody just sent me a clip. I'm going through a lot of shit right now. But somebody just sent me a clip from the Potomac Housewife reunion show. And um, Mia is going at it with Wendy. And brother, this is kind of your fault because I taped with y'all for 5 minutes promoting Bar in Baltimore and Bar in Miami Beach, and you turned that 5 minutes into 9 episodes, and now my name is thrown around on a reunion show when in real life I don't mess with none of those women. Okay, Giselle, Robin, cool people. The rest of them, Wendy, I shot with her one time, 5 minutes. Then go out to dinner with her. I didn't have no late night snack with her. She's a married woman. She's very respectful, very honorable. Okay, so for me, for you to be, somebody just send me a clip.
All
You
right.
know,
So Mia felt the need to say this. Mia threw that Peter and Wendy get out there will were going to be shocked, but it was the complete opposite. No one believed you, Mia. So he's reacting to Mia saying stuff. Then her husband, I'm sorry, her pimp, decided to come for Peter. I don't know why he came for Peter because Peter didn't say anything disrespectful to me.
going through a lot of shit right now. But somebody
He didn't say anything disrespectful, but here comes Grandpa.
And furthermore, to say this hasn't helped hurt, this has hurt his business. Just a few days ago, I personally spoke to Peter, and he said the publicity is actually helping.
Fucking old piece of shit.
It's interesting to me that who I thought was my friend, Peter Thomas, can say things like he doesn't know us like that. I wonder if he didn't
But
know.
he said he didn't know you like that, so why are you offended? He didn't say anything disrespectful to you. He was just staying the fact. He don't know you like that. Keep on moving. He didn't say anything disrespectful, so I don't understand why Papa Bear feels the need to feel disrespected.
us like that. The times when he been at our house, eating our food, playing card games, and associating with other people, family members, and friends of ours. I guess he didn't know us like that when he held our baby girl and was the first man other than myself to hold our baby girl. I guess he didn't know us like that when he's gone on boat rides with us. I guess he didn't know us like that all the times that we spent at his restaurant supporting his business. And certainly, I guess he didn't know us like that when he wanted to borrow $60,000 to pay his bills at Bar One. So
I'm pretty sure he didn't ask you for money because, sir, is it your family? Didn't your whole family take control over a business that you said you were running? I don't think you got 60K to give out. I don't believe you. You need more people.
I don't know why Peter says he don't know us like that. Maybe that's his definition of not knowing us like that. not knowing us like that when he's attended our kids' parties. So I guess if that means not knowing someone, then I guess that's what Peter's. It's interesting to me that who I thought was my friend, Peter Thomas, can say things in his business. And furthermore, the allegations that he's referencing only came out a couple of days ago. So how could it have hurt his business that quickly? Peter, I guess we don't know you like that. Yes. And furthermore, to say this hasn't helped hurt, this has hurt his business. Just a few days ago, I personally spoke to Peter, and he said the publicity is actually helping his business. And furthermore, the allegations that he's referencing only came out a couple of days ago. So how could it have hurt his business that quickly? Peter, I guess we don't know you like that.
But if you're doing business, why are you sitting here putting allegations out there anyway? You and your trash ass wife. Let's move it right along. Trash is as trash does. Don't entertain trash, okay?
Nigerian never.
So I guess this is Mia's receipt of them having a late night dinner together.
Talking shit about my food. Look at the plate, y'all. Something once was in that plate. What you saying now?
It was good.
Oh, really?
It was
really
good. The snapper was good.
Yeah.
It was crispy.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Nigerian that was talking shit about my food. Look at the plate, y'all. Somebody just sent me a clip.
Girl. Oh, like I said, Mia is extremely bored. She has nothing going for herself. So this is what she said. She said, look at my G, sit back with glasses of wine and cigar. Watch out, world. Y'all done effed up now. $100 for the next person that called me a liar. You're a liar. Do I get the $100? I want $100. I need it. Cash app it. So now Mia decided to turn around and apologize. First, I'm sorry for repeating what I heard without discussing the alleged with the person directly. I have so much love for my family and friends. It pains me to know I caused so much off-camera drama. Brotherhood is bun. While G needs more than time to process, I want to publicly apologize for spreading the rumor. It's rude and not very nice. But you don't have no class, so whatever. Second, I want to publicly apologize to my bestie, my sister, and my ace. I'm sorry I was not able to give you the emotional support you needed while embarking on a new chapter of your life. I'm sorry I was nasty and rude and didn't find more patience. I know we may never be okay, but I know I want the world for you. So this is after,
Somebody just sent me.
But then she sit up there and say that. You sit up there and you said that you not when $100 for the next person that call you a liar, then you over here apologizing. So let me read her character real quick. She's stupid, okay? She's not much of a bird brain like Portia is. Portia's a bird brain. That's something and this is not a diss to her, but it's just she's a bird brain. And I'm saying it from the point of view, not that I dislike Portia. It's from a point of view, that's what she is. She's not that smart. But Mia is not that stupid. Mia was doing this for clout because I think that she was kicked off the show or she's about to get kicked off the show or somewhat have you. I don't know. Because she don't have a storyline. She really doesn't. Nobody cares about Gordon. Gordon's a pervert. And it's like, I feel like she created a storyline. Like there was a storyline behind her business and what was going on with her business. And she had a storyline behind that. And nobody actually cared about that storyline, which was that her family confiscated the business from her and Gordon because they're not mentally competent to run a business. But she proved that she was lying when everybody called her a liar, and then she proved that she was lying. I don't know if it's because you're actually stupid or if you have silicone stuck in your brain. And I will be one to say you look better without the collagen in the lips. I've seen your pictures of you without the collagen in your lips, and you're beautiful. But I can't tell an insecure woman that because you're a highly insecure woman. You attack what's it called? You attack Wendy. And of course, you're going to attack Wendy because Wendy isn't a highly intelligent woman. Once again, this is an intelligent black woman being attacked because she's an intelligent black woman. And you are not on her caliber or her level, okay? She has 4 degrees, and you have Gordon. So when you are a stupid woman, when you are a very insecure and stupid woman, you attack secure, highly intelligent women. That's what you do. That's what stupid women do. Wendy is a highly intelligent woman. And you are not comparable to her. You will never be comparable to her. Okay? Because beauty fades. Okay? You know that. You're damn near 40, Mia. So all that collagen and Botox you're probably doing and stuff like that, it's gonna make you look older. And Gordon is not gonna want you because he likes to keep it young, even though he's not young. He's sitting over here looking like somebody's granddaddy. He likes to keep it young and fresh, even though he ain't young and fresh. And you know that. The only thing you have going for you is your looks. Wendy is more than that. Wendy is not only beautiful, she's a highly intelligent woman, highly educated woman, and can get a job at the drop of a hat. Or can start a business at the drop of a hat. Because she's smart. And then on top of that, your family has taken away business from you because you're not mentally competent. Let's not also talk about you started the season off talking about something you had a cancer scare and then turned around and said you didn't have cancer. So what was it? Was the cancer scare for the TV or did you really have a cancer scare? I mean, I'm pretty sure you did have a cancer scare or you're in the process of having a cancer scare with all the silicone in your body. So that's not far-fetched for you to have cancer. But did you do that just to be on the TV? Or what? And for some strange reason, you felt the need to attack Jacqueline as well, which I'm like, what? I would never understand bird brain women. Like, you attack a smart woman because she's smart. Wendy understands something that you don't understand, and that's beauty fades. We all get older. You got to use something besides your tits and ass, bitch. Your tits and ass ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's gotten you somewhere so far, but ain't gonna get you nowhere now. It's stupid and it's silly. I don't know how much Robin and Giselle paid you for these little fake storylines that you came up with. That's my question. How much they paid you for that? So yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid. All right, there's one more thing I want to talk about because I did kind of make it this about them, but I want to talk about something else that I want to go in on Tyrese, but I don't feel like it. I gotta talk about this real quick. I'm in a shady mood, so I gotta shade the hell out of this. I have to shade this. Um, the reason why I have to shade this is one, y'all ain't gonna, Zeus ain't gonna have no money because one, this cast looks very explosive to me. I don't like the idea of this cast at all. Okay, you have a TNT bomb and a new. You have two TNT bombs and a nuclear weapon, and then one big nigga who will fight everybody just because they breathe too hard. But when you told him the police was coming, he started running. Typical. What are you running for? You didn't commit no crime. This is why I say, Lemmy, you went too far. You have gone too far, Lemmy. I'm gonna tell you why, especially with Orlando. It's specifically for Orlando. I don't care about the light skinned bald headed nigga next to him. He wants to be on TV so damn bad. He'll cuss you out, but he'll get the shit knocked out of him. I already know because he got a mouth on him. I think that big nigga over there, he gonna whoop his ass. I'm just talking about the top row. I don't know who Prince is. I only know about the purple one. I don't know who this Prince is. Y'all brought really real big. I heard Kirion ain't wrapped too tight neither. Anthony look like he too pretty to be on the show. Mo City. So y'all kind of bring back some of the different same people, but different people. Got you. I don't know D, Big, Lou, and Ara. And that's no disrespect, but I don't know who you guys are. But uh Big Lou looks crazy. That's another one. I think it's just gonna take the room to go into chaos, and then all of a sudden he's punching everybody too. Um, yeah. So get ready for a lawsuit because one has a lot of mouth on his face. He gonna get his mouth knocked into next week. We already know that because everybody ain't gonna sit up there and let you talk to them crazy like that. And one is gonna be talking in circles. I don't know if y'all seen the last thing he did, but I never knew that Raven didn't have green eyes. I always thought Raven eyes were green, but he said that Raven didn't have green eyes. So Raven, please clarify if you had green eyes or not. I've always thought you had green eyes, but according to your former castmate, he said that you never had green eyes. So who's this green eye bitch? Which my thing is, when they were showing the fact that you had green eyes, your eyes, he was on the show. So I don't get it. But it's not for me to get. It's really not. Um, I'm not purchasing Zeus for this. I just know that I'm ready for the lawsuit to happen. That's all I know. You can't have two TNT bombs a wrecking ball, a nuclear weapon, and two guys who audition for their part. You can't do that. This is disaster. It's a disaster. I already see it as a disaster. Like I said, I don't have Zeus. I'm not purchasing Zeus, and I'm not gonna get myself attached to Zeus because Zeus is about to be discontinued. This is not okay. I say mainly it's not okay because of Orlando Brown. I don't think Orlando Brown is okay. And at this point, I'm at my wits' end when it comes to y'all using people who are not um mentally competent. If you know what I mean. I'm not saying he's never been competent. I'm just saying that, he is going through a mental break. And I don't think it needs to be exploited. It's the same thing with the whole Jaguar Wright situation, and same thing with the whole Legina Gold situation. It's not okay to exploit people who are having a mental health crisis. Okay, this is a hot stinking mess. It's stinking to the high heaven, and I don't see anything good happening for it. I know the light skinned one, the bald headed light skinned one, he might sue you. He ain't gonna fight. I wish I knew he didn't fight. I would have slapped the shit out of him. But he don't fight. But I mean, for you to put somebody huge who is big and somebody with a lot of mouth who's small, that's not good combination, and it's gonna cause some injuries. But Zeus, if you want to get sued, go ahead. I'm just feeling a lot of lawsuits coming from this. That's all I'm saying. Nothing good is gonna come from this. And nothing's gonna come from this because you are also exploiting people who are mentally ill. Um, okay. So nothing good is gonna come from this. And nothing good ever come for people who exploit people who are mentally ill. You understand me? It's not okay. People like, oh man, this is gonna be good. No, it's going to be a mess. It's gonna be a hot mess to the point to where they're gonna have to stop filming. I'm not okay with it. But I do low key want to see the light skinned bald headed one get punched in the face one good time. That's all. That's all. Somebody punch him for me. Do it for me. But not by the big one. Maybe by Kyrion. Okay, I don't want the punch to land, but at least aim. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to see nobody hurt. I really genuinely don't. But at the end of the day, like Zeus is not happy until Zeus has a lawsuit. That's just it. It's like leave bad enough alone. This is not okay at all. And when I say mentally, it's just ugh. I would never put Orlando Brown on TV. Because if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have a psychiatrist on set. Okay, it used to be when y'all did the Bad Girls Club back in the day with real people, y'all had a psychiatrist on set. Y'all don't have it. It's like y'all put a world of chaos, put chaotic people on TV, and y'all think it's hilarious. And it's not. It's not okay. When I saw this, my mouth was open. I was like, ugh, Lord. I don't know what's worse. This or people talking about Jaguar Wright like she's a Joanne the scammer when she's really not. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. I genuinely don't. I don't know how to feel about this. I just know that something about it makes my skin crawl. So if y'all want to get sued, it's gonna happen. Oh Lord, I lost my freaking 8. Okay, I guess I am playing about so I'll turn it back. I don't feel anything good happening from this show. I'm sorry. All right, what's something else I said I need to talk about? Let me talk about what is this? Oh, that's for personal consumption. You know the crazy thing that didn't exist until now. I don't know why. Okay, so what's the other thing I want to talk about? I want to talk about Jay Prince for a minute. I watched the interview. I have not finished that interview because then I got sucked into watching interview with people who were part of BMF. And let me tell you, honey, their stories are very interesting, honey. I don't even watch the TV show. I want to watch the TV show, but I don't even watch the TV show. And I've been listening to people who were actually part of BMF or affiliated with BMF. And girl, when I say they lasted for 15 years. You ain't ever heard of no black crime family, a black mob family, a black crew lasting it. They lasted for 15 years, honey. So I'm like, y'all were bad. And y'all were partying with celebrities? Now, don't get it twisted. I would never do a life like that because I'm too scared. I don't need to be looking. I don't like looking over my back every day. That's stressful. They give me high blood pressure, and I don't need to be in no hospital right now. But it's just interesting to me. Okay, y'all like why are you comparing BMF to this guy? So I watched this interview he did talking about the whole takeoff situation. And the one thing I felt from that interview was guilt. Not guilt from well, it was guilt. Because when you have to talk about a story over and over again to make your point, all you telling me is that you're guilty. If I didn't do anything wrong and my family didn't do anything wrong, I'm not going to entertain it. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. But there's a form of guilt, especially on Jay Prince's son. whether that was his son or his nephew, one of them. I don't know. There was some guilt being shown. Okay. But there has been a lot of back and forth going on lately with Jay Prince and what's his name from what's his name from Quality Control. P from Quality Control. That's a lot of back and forth going on between the two. Then there was back and forth going on between him and Offset. Um, I can't quite pinpoint the role that is being played. But the one thing I keep hearing is about checking in. And that irritates me to the highest level because I shouldn't have to check in with nobody to go home. I shouldn't have to check in with nobody. Why are we checking? What is that? I don't get the check-in culture. I don't understand what's going on. But then once again, I don't live that type of life to where I have to check in. That's just me. But something weird happened not too long ago. I talked about it, but I talked about it briefly. I did a lot. I did a I blogged about it, and I talked about who was behind this leakage. Okay, so a few weeks ago, which I'm thinking like 2 weeks ago, I don't know. My head is spinning because things have moved so fast. Um, so it could have been a week ago. It could have been 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It was like last week I wasn't in my house. Um, I was in my hometown. So there was footage of Jay Prince's daughter verbally abusing a child. Okay, you know when babies start crying and don't start crying, stop crying. But the truth of the matter is she was making it worse rather than better. You know that whole thing was going on, and it went viral. And I remember I was watching a man who was talking about it on YouTube, and I kind of felt some kind of way because the first thing he said was, "Well, DFAX need to take her child." And I'm like, no, because that's a straight to sex trafficking pipeline. You don't want it. You don't want DFAX to take. I mean, not DFAX. You don't want what are the DFAX or Child Protective Services. You don't want them to take their child. You don't want that to happen to nobody. And he was telling people on his live to call Child Protective Services on her. I was like, do you understand that's a straight to sex trafficking pipeline? Like, no. That's a black child. And that black child, you need to think before you speak first. This person clearly had something against Jay Prince and Jay Prince's family. Because he was just too zealous to get Jay Prince's daughter in trouble. Um, and I felt like it was a leak done by um it didn't look to me like his daughter turned the camera on herself. It looked like somebody hacked into a computer and turned the camera on her computer. That's what it looks like to me. Um anyway, and yes, she was a little bit too aggressive with the child. She was having a moment, but there needs to be an understanding because she didn't throw the child on the floor. She wasn't beating on the kid, but she did shake the crib a little bit too much. But I was wondering who was behind that leak. What was the purpose of that? I don't know what happened after that. I just want to know what was the purpose of it. I know it had nothing to do with the safety of the child because I really believe, like at the end of the day, this world don't give a damn about children, especially black children. Y'all genuinely don't care about children. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Y'all don't. Y'all don't care about these kids out here. You know, anytime when somebody come with a phrase, fuck them kids, something wrong with you. So that was suspicious to me. But I saw that, and then like I said, I just tried to watch the interview. I have not finished the interview because I got involved in the whole BMF thing and started watching interviews with people who are part of BMF or affiliated with BMF. And I went down that rabbit hole and got fascinated. Stuff like that happens when you try to get your mind off, you know, certain things. You find yourself fascinated. Like last week, it was I kid you not, it was a Lady Dior. I was obsessed with a Lady Dior. I was trying to get my mind off a lot of things, and y'all know, like this. I don't know. This whole first 3 months have been a hard pill to swallow for me. Okay, it really has. I'm not saying it for empty for anything. It's just it's been hard. It was hard to get through February because I know like at the beginning of February I had a friend and a family member passed on February 1st. So my mentals uh, was just not feeling that moment. Was just not feeling it. And then March came, and then the harder news came, and then I mean it was a news. I just say I don't know. I felt like it came early. I know people like, well, you should have been expecting it. No, I wasn't expecting it. It came too early for me. I wasn't ready. So my I become infatuated with stuff. Um, so I became infatuated with a Lady Dior bag. I still want a Lady Dior bag. Don't get it twisted. I became infatuated with a Lady Dior bag, and then I became infatuated with Louis Vuitton. These are brands I would personally purchase if I had the coins for it. Okay. And then I became obsessed with wearing became obsessed with clothes. That's how I am. I'm obsessed with clothes. And then like before we went through the transition that happened this month, the beginning of this month, um I found myself um infatuated with BMF. Um so, I get like that. And that's to get my mind off what's going on. That's the only way I can get my mind off what's going on. And I've been able to watch movies, which is that's a good start for me to get myself out of certain infatuations. I've been able to watch movies, so I've been watching movies all weekend. I was able to complete 2 quizzes and a test over the weekend. That got my mind off of some of the things, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What is going on with Jay Prince? Um, don't want to know personally because they ain't none of my business. That's not my lifestyle. I don't live that type of lifestyle. I was raised by people who live straightforward lives. Okay, we're people in my family They go to school, they become educators. Okay, I was raised by educators. I wasn't raised by anybody that is part of this whole lifestyle. Um, but I didn't quite understand why Jay Prince um was in the middle of this whole takeoff situation. Didn't quite understand that. I genuinely didn't. I was like, what does Jay Prince have to do with this? And I ain't heard Jay Prince's name in a while. So I didn't quite understand what he had to do with it. But there was a rumor going around. I heard a rumor that you farted in your pants. Y'all know, I know you have y'all watch it. What's the show? uh Darn, what's the show? Umbrella Academy. When she has the power to say, I heard a rumor you did this, and the person does it. I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor. Anyway, um, there's a rumor. I think this is the best one to say. They said that someone said that someone said, I don't know who said it. I don't know the source of this. Someone spread a rumor that Jay Prince was arrested by the feds. Now, this was happening during days that I couldn't pay attention to what's happening. So I saw it and I saved it and I kept moving on with my life because I was paying. I was out my attention was on something else. Um, but they said the feds was coming to get Jay Prince, and so this is his reaction.
Having a living color. This is what my jail cell look like. You know what I mean? For all of y'all want to see what it look like. This is what the cell look like. They can keep me here 24/7.
Period.
I'm good. But it's a beautiful day. Let me read some of my comments.
Okay. I don't think I need to go any deeper in this. I want to go back to this, okay? Because this is some deep stuff. Um, I want to talk a little bit about what Charleston White said. Charleston White clearly don't care who he pissed off. So Charleston White was the one that came in and he told everybody a little one-on-one about the what's going on, okay? And basically Charleston White, that's why I compared the whole BMF thing to Charleston White. Charleston White said that Jay Prince was cool with law enforcement. That's what the implication was. He could say he didn't say that, but he did say that. That's what it sounded like to me. He said that Jay Prince was cool in law enforcement and that he was a government informant. I want to talk about that theory real quick because that's not the first time I ever heard somebody say that people in the entertainment industry are government informants. Yes, honey. That's not the first time I've heard people say that. Okay. And then he said some unsavory things about Jay Prince, child, his son, which he's not really a child, he a grown man, but you know. He said some unsavory things about him. Just went off on a tangent, you know, just a little tangent. Call him all kinds of names, stuff like that. You know, just unnecessary to me. Um, I think Charleston White got arrested, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. I think Charleston White got arrested. Let me see. Don't know why. Let me see. Mhm. Okay, he was attacked in a restaurant while eating. Okay. He has said some very disturbing things. I'm seeing some of the things he said. He said something disturbing. They said it was one day ago. He said something disturbing about Asian babies. And I don't, Lord. Nobody is wrapped too tight. Okay. Clearly these days. Okay. There's just something you don't say. If you want people to understand where you're coming from, you can't make certain statements. The statement he made was about Asian. He made a statement about Asian babies, honey. I don't even want to repeat what he said. If you look it up, you're gonna be highly disturbed. He has a very disturbing brain. Um, but I don't think it's a coincidence that he had something that popped up too. Okay. But like I said, people have said for years, this is before the whole situation um would take off. People have said for years that entertainers are government informants. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment because something is bothering me. I'll shake it off, but it's bothering me. Um, as I just wonder, what's the way of saying it? if the Charleston White situation had anything to do with the Boosie, not the Boosie, that had anything to do with the had to do with anything involving Jay Prince. That's what I was trying to say. And y'all know here on my live, on my podcast, Jay Prince is not a staple of who I talk about. I don't talk about him. I don't talk about lifestyle that I don't understand. And I want to be honest with you, I don't want to understand it because I don't want nothing to do with that lifestyle. I just want to know why Takeoff was a victim of circumstances, but not the reason behind the altercation. Why was his life taken? And if that involves something, and why, first of all, why Takeoff passing has to do with Jay Prince, and is it making things worse or better? Now, I noticed it's been quiet lately about what's going on. So somebody probably had to sit both of them in a corner and be like, be logical person and say, y'all don't want this to blow up. Y'all don't want to cause an issue. Y'all don't want to do things that's gonna mess things up. You know, stay quiet, lay low. We handle it. We'll deal with that later. But we don't need to deal with it now. And I just feel like that's the energy of what's going on right now. But I don't understand why Takeoff, an innocent bystander, life was taken. I don't get that. There's no logic behind taking someone's life who didn't do nothing. Now, don't get it twisted. I've heard the theories. I heard what people been saying, but it doesn't make any sense. It still don't make any sense. So, but I just know it's just some things have popped up and it almost came ahead. I felt like somebody pulled someone aside and said, y'all don't want to start no war. We don't need this type of issue. And we don't. We don't need these type of issues. We genuinely don't need these type of issues in our, especially in the black community. We just need to stay away from these type of problems. But the more this is being exposed, the more it explained to me why Young Thug is in jail for a week ago. I didn't think anything of rappers starting labels, and I did not know that BMF was a label. Now I'm side eyeing everybody having a label, you know, especially those who have artists that are flops. Okay, but I didn't understand, and within the past year, because y'all know, like I was on the free Young Thug tip. I was on it. I was on the free Young Thug. I'm like, he couldn't. It's no way in the world he could have did anything like that. But now, the more people exposing certain things that are happening, the more I see that it is possible, very possible. You know, this world is more dangerous than I would like to comprehend. You know, it just gives me chills to just think that, I go to another state and I can be gunned down because I didn't check in or something like that. That bothers me. But it also made me not want to know more. I don't want to know more about what's going on. And I'm one of those people, I always want to learn something. But I think I need to learn what I'm already majoring in and need to stick with that because um this street life is just not for the faint of hearts, and I'm not one to need to be part of a street life. I don't need to deal with something like that. But it definitely made me side eye a lot of these labels, you know. And I also, that's one thing. Another thing I want to bring up. I want to bring up the fact that when I realized I didn't even realize that Jay Prince was associated with Carl Crawford. When I went down Red Rabbit Hole, I was like, what? It's like the more you know, the more you wish you didn't know. That's how I feel about this whole situation. But yeah, there was a rumor saying that the feds came to get go after Jay Prince. And my thing is this is like, how the feds gonna go after somebody that is rumored to be one of theirs anyway. And it is rumored. That don't necessarily mean that he is, but it's rumored. On that note, I don't know if I will be coming back tomorrow. I don't know. I might come back tomorrow. I'm doing my podcast, which might be 2 hours long because I got to do my little tribute. Um, but yeah. this is to people out there. For me, I will say this: the more you know the truth, the more you want to stay away from some things in life. And I find that to be true. The older I get, the more I realize like I'm blessed and I have to deal with certain stuff in my life. And this is like I'm glad I don't owe somebody money. I'm glad I don't owe somebody any explanations. I'm just happy about that. But growing up, everybody wants to be part of something, That's just a natural human instinct that we all want to be part of something. That's how gangs are formed. That's why people join for sororities and fraternities, because everybody wants to be part of something. But you have to be careful of the thing that you're a part of because you don't know exactly what you were getting yourself into. With that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. That took a lot of energy to say. I hope you guys have a lovely week. I might be back on here on Friday, or I might come swinging through on Monday. It all depends. I just know I gotta do this long podcast to explain what's going on right now. When people tell you to take a mental health break, take it. I'm being honest and genuine. Um, Always take time because your mental health means more than whatever it is you're trying to go after, regardless if it's money, cars, whatever it is. Take a break and take some time to yourself because we all need it. I need to be on the freaking. I need to be on the beach too, like Jay Prince says. Shit, you'll be on a beach. I need to be on somebody's beach too. My goal this year, I wanted my goal this year is to go to Vegas, um, see Usher for my birthday. That's a goal. Another goal I have is to go to LA, and then my other goal is to I don't know. I haven't quite established what my other goals are. I just know I don't want this year to be boring, just like all my other years. So yeah, thank you guys for coming to my live. I am so howdy. Y'all be careful when you're signing a contract. There's a reason why I should have showed that. Y'all be careful when you sign the contract. Okay? Especially during this season. Um no Mercury is retrograding right now. I don't think Mercury is gonna retrograde again until Taurus season. Um but y'all be careful. Be very careful with contracts you sign. I showed the Rumpelstiltskin short for a real reason. A lot of y'all are going to see some Rumpelstiltskins pop up. My Rumpelstiltskin still look like Rumpelstiltskin. He like the real deal, like for real though. Um, you're gonna see a lot of Rumpelstiltskins, and they're gonna come in the form of someone you love or you admire. Be careful of that. People are desperate. People want money. And people will pretend like they love you. People will pretend like they care for you. People pretend like they're your family. until they get what they want. So thank you guys for listening to my live. I am so outie.